The reason I woke up and didn't oversleep is because I was really confused in the dream I was having when somebody said, "Oh, we're gonna go get this Torah-themed horse shed." I was really confused why we had a Jewish horse, and then I just woke up and was like, "Oh, D&D."
Now I'm confused.
Yeah, that one kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, that's not a segue. I don't know what is. It's gonna be interesting to see how many times I fuck up and ask Sheets or Sarah what they're doing.
Yeah, archive their sheet. Wait, it doesn't show up for you.
Oh no, it's just because they're still logged into the
Mm.
to the game.
Yeah, Sarah's always pretty bad about that, though.
I don't know what was happening with Cheeks' computer, but last night at like 3 in the morning when I was filling out my sheet, he just like would log in every like 10 minutes for a minute and then log out. It was the weirdest thing.
Wonder if that's something the phone will do, like the mobile app.
That's what I'm figuring, but like I've never seen that happen any other time, so it must have been like a weird computer thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's a programmer. Maybe he set it up to like build up hours without anyone noticing.
Well, since everybody's here that I believe is going to be here, I guess we can go ahead and get started.
I've got 1,700 hours on Roll20.
Okay, so before we get rolling with the adventure here, why don't you guys just give a brief introduction of your characters and what their deal is? Start with Travis.
It's like, and silence. Well, I will be playing Brother Dalmal Battlebane today. He's a dwarven cleric of the grave. Formerly, he was kind of like the caretaker of the temple crypt. A few years back, the temple and the crypt and everything was basically destroyed in a horrendous attack. And since then, he's kind of gone out on the road, taken it upon himself, kind of as a sign from his gods that he needs to basically play like the role of Charon, kind of ensure the dead stay dead and the living stay living.
Right on. David, how about you?
Okay. Taza, Fudro, Fire Genasi. So, I've always wanted to do this. Wizard Evoker with flaming hair. He's got continual flame on his hair, of course. Don't really have any backstory, but Wizard 5th level Evoker.
Metal. And Christian, what are you bringing to the table today?
My name is Zarman. I don't talk much about my past, but I do say that I'm from a noble family. I talk a lot about my sword, which is pretty fantastic. It is a weapon passed down through the generations. It's a symbol of who's going to be the heir to the family name. And I'm on an adventure to show how worthy I am, that I was entrusted with it.
So the sword points towards the heir of the family, and you're gonna wander around trying to find that person.
I am the heir,
Okay.
and the sword chose me.
There's a constant risk of seppuku.
It's like constantly points at the air. He just walks around with the sword stuck in him all day.
That is almost true. Almost.
It's a bad habit of pointing at yourself with your tip of your sword.
All right, very cool. So the three of you have come together in the city of Waterdeep, and you have all received missives from a merchant noble named Benji Frogwater. He's a halfling individual,
Benchy.
and he has a good reputation as an upstanding member of society, and he's got a job for the three of you. So you all are going to meet at his office down in the dock ward. And when you walk into his office, he will greet you. Welcome, all of you, and thank you for coming today. Unfortunately, we could not meet under better circumstances. You see, my problem is twofold, and I need you to solve both of them. Firstly, one of my ships has gone missing. The name of the vessel is the Jade Lion, and last report, it was seen near Skyhorn Lighthouse. No word on who has taken it or where it is now, but there have been rumors of sea monsters in the region. So, I do hope you are as capable as I've been told you are. And rest assured, you'll be compensated handsomely, especially for the second bit of the mission you are about to undertake. My son is also missing, and I've been told by workers around the dock that he was seen slipping aboard the ship. I would give anything to have my son return to me, which is why I am going to be offering you all 200 gold pieces each if you return both my son and my ship and crew to me. Are there any questions?
Yeah, could we get like a drawing of your son or a picture if you've had one commissioned already, just in case he's not able to communicate his identity to us?
Yes, of course. I have one here somewhere, and he'll start rifling through his desk, and he'll show you a picture of his son, Raph. And I'm hoping that popped up for everybody.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
it
see it.
Okay, cool.
Cute little scamp.
Yes, he's always getting himself into some manner of mischief or another, but this, I fear, is not the sort of mischief that I don't want to think about it. Is there anything else that you need from me?
What was the ship carrying?
Trade goods. Nothing special. Just I traffic in lumbers and cloth. Again, the basic trade goods. It's brought my family a tidy sum, but nothing terribly interesting to speak of.
This tower you mentioned the ship went missing near.
Yes, Skyhorn Lighthouse. What do you wish to know about it?
Any goings on in the area we should be concerned about?
Well, as I said, there have been rumors of monsters in the region. I'm afraid I don't know anything more specific than that. That lighthouse has stood for decades, centuries even. The Skyhorn family has taken care of it, and it has saved many a crew from foundering upon the rocks. Now that I speak on it, the caretaker, Lucian, he hasn't been heard from in some time. I do not know the man personally, but I've heard he's generally very regular about maintaining contact with the harbor master. So I suppose that doesn't bode well for them either. But if there are no other questions, I do know a captain that should be able to take you out to the lighthouse. Perhaps you can start your search there. Any other questions you guys might have for Master Frogwater, or are you guys ready to get rolling?
No, that'd be about it. I mean, Battlebane will kind of give a little bit of a prayer. Well, God's willing, we'll find your son. We'll bring him back one way or another.
That is all I can ask. Good journey to you. And on your way out of the office, one of Frogwater's staff will give you a name and a description of the captain you were to meet. It's Captain Sheila Coppertree, a half-elven woman. And she is a captain of the Annabelle Lee. So you guys will find your way to the docks proper, and after asking directions from a few people, you'll eventually find your way to the quay where the Annabelle Lee is docked. And you will see the captain giving directions to her crew, loading this and that. And she doesn't seem to notice you guys.
Where are we? Okay, there we are.
Is she clearly the one that's in charge, or?
Yeah, she's giving orders to
Okay.
sailors around the ship.
Battlebane will Dalma will kind of step forward. Miss. Excuse me, ma'am.
And she'll turn around and kind of arch an eyebrow at you.
I've been told that you are to provide us transport to Skyhorn Lighthouse. Mr. Frogwater sent us.
Well, so Master Frogwater finally found somebody to look for his ship and son. That's good. I'm getting ready to set out myself. Not on Master Frogwater's business per se, but Captain the Jade Lion's a friend of mine. Is it just the three of you?
I guess Dalma will kind of look over her shoulder. As far as I know, yes, for now.
All right, that should make That should make things easy as far as transport goes.
3 or 4? There's 4 icons up here on them.
The fourth one is the captain.
Ah. I was thinking the captain was over here.
And you guys will talk a bit more about how long it'll take to get there. It'll take about an hour or so. And as you guys are discussing things, you're going to hear shouting from behind you. And as you turn around, there's going to be 6 individuals approaching. And the one in front definitely seems to be the one in charge. He's going to be shouting at Coppertree. Coppertree! Don't think you can get away from us that easy. We still have business to tend to. That ship is ours and you know it. And Coppertree is going to shout back, the ship isn't yours, your dice were loaded. And you know that. So why don't you go on, be on about your business. I'm about to take these fine gentlemen out to the lighthouse.
Friends of yours?
Not exactly. Gasper and Nino, they're next best thing to pirates. And they don't seem too terribly inclined to just let us be on our way.
Well, how long will it take you to get the ship ready?
We can be ready to leave in about 10 more minutes if you can do something about that bunch there.
And Dalma will kind of look over to the other two.
Is this dock we're on made of like wood or stone? How it appears to be in the picture.
Appears to be stone.
Yeah, it's stone keys,
Perfect.
stone docks. There's wooden extensions everywhere, but yeah, where you guys are standing right now is stone.
Excellent. Then I cast Create Bonfire in the space in front of them, and say, "Look, gentlemen, I don't want any trouble, but if you're here to stop our journey, I'm afraid we'll have to tell you to leave. Kindly, of course."
Make
And
me
I
an
guess
intimidation check.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to recoil a bit from this sudden bonfire. But after a few moments of confusion and milling about, the man that was pointed out as Gasper is a stout human man, bald head. He's going to point his finger at you, Zarmon. I don't know what the hell kind of magic shit you're trying to pull here, but we got business here. We're not going to be driven off that easy. So why don't you step aside, put out your magic fire, and let us pass and talk to Coppertree.
Dalma's going to step forward as well. Just kind of push Zora back. And he's going to kind of, he's going to reach back and he's going to kind of pull out this hammer. As my friend here has said, we have business with Madame Coppertree. When she returns, I'm sure you can have words with her. And as he's doing it, he's using thaumaturgy, really make his voice just kind of boom. You can kind of pat this mace in his hand. And he's gonna start kind of quoting a little bit. With his sword, he reduces armies to dust. He's just gonna kind of slam it down on the ground for a second. Try to crack these stones.
All right, make me an intimidation check.
Come on, baby. Eh.
So the other individual up front, you're gonna guess he's Nino. He's a big bruiser of a half-orc. He's gonna step forward and step right up to the edge of the bonfire. Do you think that's supposed to scare us, little man? You are sadly mistaken. And Gasper and Nino are going to draw swords, and the men behind them are going to do the same.
As they do, he's gonna cast Toll the Dead on Nino.
All right, make me a roll.
Well, clearly, you seek to join the dead before your time. Did it roll?
Taza's gonna ready a spell if they pass the line of the bonfire.
Well, Taza can do that on his turn, as I need initiative from you guys, please. Okay, so...
I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh,
'Cause
great!
I have a sword that warns me of things.
One.
Let's not
Oh.
let this not be a trend.
I should have clicked on my token before doing that. Now I roll. Alright.
Twice more.
I still got the 21 in there.
Okay. All right, so what exactly does Toll the Dead do, Travis?
So, Toll the Dead is a nice, fun new spell from Xanathars. Let me pull it up.
It's fun.
Yeah. You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of Dolorous. I don't know how do you say it? Bells.
Oh, Dolorous.
Dolorous, there we go. Fills the air around it for a moment. Target makes a wisdom save and takes 1d8 necrotic. If it's missing any hit points, it instead takes 1d12.
Alrighty.
On a save, it takes no damage.
And let me just get initiatives for these bozos back here. And descending. Oh, wait. Forgot one.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Now descend. All right, Zarmon, you are up first.
They just couldn't leave us alone. Let's draw. How busy are these docks?
The space between you and this gaggle of ne'er-do-wells is pretty open. Behind you, there's a captain and there's a few of the crew of the Annabelle Lee that were just at work. Now the crew seems to be heading back aboard the ship.
Take shelter.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot a fireball. Right here.
A fireball?
Yeah.
Dropping the ball.
That's why I asked what the docks are made of. That and the bonfire. I got a lot of fire.
Okay.
It's the first time we've had a fireball in the game.
Okay. I just want to remind you that you are still in Waterdeep. So this particular dock, that's all that's going on there. It is attached to the greater dock system. So I'll leave it up to you how flashy you guys want to be. I just feel like I need to inform you guys.
Yeah. In that case,
yeah, probably
I
avoid
will.
setting the nearby boats on fire.
The nearby boats will be fine, mostly. Is this the one that does that?
It's the trade goods that are on the pier that are going to be in danger.
This is the one that does that. Okay, I'm going to cast Blur on myself.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna walk up on these fools. Bonus action. Do I have bonus action things? I guess I just call my weapon to my hand. Oh, I
Okay.
should probably shield. That seems like a good idea.
Pirate in the back there, he is going to draw. He is going to draw his crossbow. And he is going to take aim at the tiefling that has approached the first mate of his ship. And it's
Wow.
gonna bust. Yeah, so he's going to toss that away and draw his sword for the next round.
His crossbow explodes into flames.
Just about.
Turns out he actually had it backwards. Oh, that's how I did it. Okay.
All right, brother Battlebane.
All right. Okay. He's gonna kind of look back to Coppertree real quick. I assure these are not friends of yours?
The hell's are friends of mine?
Thank you. And he'll step forward. As he's kind of walking forward, he's going to quote again. He will give great courage to warriors who stand at the gate. And he's actually going to use a word of radiance as he kind of steps up here next to Nino. Word of radiance is you utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a Constitution save or take 1d6 radiant. It's kind of like a thunder wave on myself. It only goes out about 5 feet.
Okay.
And it
Well,
did not go for some reason. Oh, because I didn't pick the con save. There we go. There we go.
And they both fail.
Yay! So they both take 10 radiant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. We're level 5, so it's 2d6.
Solid. Anything else?
I think that's all I can do for now. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That will bring us to Nino. He is going to make some attacks here. The blurry devil man is definitely on his mind, but the dwarf just exploded with bright light, so he is going to target him first. So he is going to make 2 attacks with his scimitar.
Okay.
This is a 16 can I know.
And
About a 17. Nope. A little bit frustrated, he's going to make a bonus action attack with his dagger
also no.
and just bounce right off. So this big old half-orc is supremely frustrated. And he's going to have to wait till his next turn to do anything about it. Pirate is going to rush up, scimitar drawn, and attack Zarmon. With his scimitar.
That will miss.
Alrighty. Next pirate in the line is going to run up next to his boss and go after Battlebane.
Oh,
With
that'll
20.
actually hit. Yeah.
Okay. Baddies draw first blood. At least for them. For 3 slashing damage.
All right.
And Gasper. He is going to make some attacks of his own. 2 scimitar attacks and 1 dagger, all against Battlebane. With an 18 hit.
Will not.
Okay. That will not hit either. Nor will that.
The 12 slipped through. No.
No, Battlebane just wasn't paying attention. He got cocky.
Yeah.
Alright, last pirate in the line is going to take aim with his crossbow. He is going to fire at Battlebane as well. Pew. Ooh.
Oh,
I believe a crit will hit.
Nope. Nope, he misses.
For 12 piercing damage. And he just really found an opening in that armor, and
Well, I've got 3 guys all wailing on me. He got lucky.
yeah. Copper Tree is going to jump up on this cart here. And she is going to take aim with a crossbow of her own at... She's going to open fire at this pirate here. Hugh. Nope. Misfire. Alright, and she's going to jump back down. She's going to take cover behind the cart. Taza, last but not least.
Okay. Taza takes flight, reaches an altitude of maybe 25 feet or so, and moves forward about to there, takes aim, and hey, they attacked us. Fireball in that location with party members sculpted out.
Okay.
Again, we're setting a fireball on top of the trade dock.
Right?
Okay.
this is Waterdeep. I'm sure it happens all the time. Sure, no one's gonna even bat an eye.
All right.
Pretty good damage.
Yeah.
Well, Gasper saves. Let's see how does Nino do.
Still takes 16.
Nino will succeed as well. And the pirates. Let's go clockwise. Yeah, wow. No. No. And no. All right, so nearly all the front line will succeed and only take half damage, but yeah, 3 pirates are not so fortunate. Matter of fact, those that failed are going to die outright. And actually, half damage is going to take out the other pirate. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Taza?
Nope. I had action. I had and spell and movement and spell.
Okay, that's going to bring us to the top of the round.
Why didn't it decrement my spells available?
You have to do that manually.
Okay, got it.
That's because that was an API thing.
Gasper and Nino, seeing the rest of their crew literally go up in flames, they are going to disengage, dropping their blades right then and there.
Yipe, 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 yipe.
And Gasper is going to point in Copper Tree's general direction. This ain't over, Copper Tree! We'll be back! And they are going to run away.
Okay, how far do they get?
They leave the field.
Oh, I've had pretty good range.
You guys are out of combat.
Ah,
Yay!
Firebolt's got a good range.
Domel's going to set about to putting out any goods that are on fire.
Yeah, cantrip of Ray of Frost would probably help with that.
I suppose Thaumaturgy would as well, but he's going to be going around putting out the fire, and once that's all done...
Thaumaturgy, Prestidigitation,
Yeah.
anything that does not deal damage.
Yeah,
I will also thaumaturgy them out.
Once that's done, he'll kind of come over to the, I guess, the charred corpses and give a little bit of a prayer.
Zariman will search them for gold.
And Taza will come to a landing.
Zariman would find about 7 pieces of gold between the 4 bodies. And Copper Tree is coming out from behind the cart. And some of the crew are streaming down the gangplank to join. Little late to the party, but then they didn't have much time to react. And Copper Tree is just swearing up a storm in a few different languages. What in the bloody hells were you thinking right there? I said take care of them, not kill them.
They seemed eager to leave this world.
They attacked with deadly intent. We responded. In kind.
Did the crates and the sacks and the barrels on the dock also attack?
Yeah, Domo will look over to the Genazis. Right? It was...
Well, how much damage did you incur?
Sorry, say again?
How much damage did you incur, sir? Ma'am. Whatever. Yeah, ma'am.
They didn't touch me. They didn't have a chance to.
I mean, upon your goods.
How much did we cost you?
Essentially.
Is what he's trying to say.
Fortunately, the goods on that end of the dock aren't mine. Unfortunately, I was birthed here. They're going to... Oh, gods. We need to leave before the guards show up.
Okay.
So Copper Tree and the rest of the crew of the Annabelle Lee are going to hustle you guys aboard, and there is going to be an expedited uh, undocking sequence. And you guys are going to set out to sea for Skyhorn Lighthouse.
Okay. Any sea monsters? Random encounter on the way?
Well, like you guys were told, it's going to take about an hour for you guys to get to the lighthouse. So, is there anything you guys would like to do aboard the ship?
Take a
To
short
pass the
rest.
time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Not that I can think of.
Okay, so you guys will get in a short rest on your way there. And you're not going to take very long on your voyage before the lighthouse is going to come into view. It's going to be about 45 minutes to get there once you see it. But you guys are going to be recovering from the ordeals of your combat on the docks when there's going to be just a thunderous impact against the ship. And I'm going to need all of you guys to make me dex saves.
Is this from something I can see?
It is not.
Okay. Hey, doesn't matter.
Taza fails.
Okay, so position yourselves wherever you see fit. Wherever Taza ends up, he is going to fall down prone.
Okay. One place is as good as the other.
So, again, it's just this thunderous impact against the side of the ship. And from below decks, you're going to hear cries of panic, cries of surprise. There are a few pained screams. And amidst that cacophony, you're going to hear somebody shout that you're taking on water. But it's not going to be a lot of time to react to that, as from the side of the ship, there's going to be a massive, almost a wave, except it's not behaving as a wave would. And it begins to take form as a bipedal, giant, almost humanoid figure.
I.e. water elemental.
And I'm going to need you guys to roll me initiative once more.
Good thing you have initiative on that, or on advantage on that. Less good this time.
Why is that still the name of the pre-gen?
Where?
On the initiative tracker. It still is Gorbia Null, the name of the that Roll20 gave the sheet.
Probably
weird, because that's not on here anywhere.
Yeah, probably because I associated the token with it before you changed the name.
Ah, that would be it.
Let me fix that. There we go. Alright. Captain's going to roll initiative as well. And not do wonderful. And the water beastie What's he gonna do here?
Is it fair to genderize a water beastie?
Is it unfair to?
I don't think it cares.
There's actually a giant water penis hanging down.
Yep. It's a
It's
very
dripping.
phallic Christmas game we're gonna have,
It's dripping.
as it should be.
All right. Wait a minute. I thought that would just replace the rules. That's old. That's old. And that's old. Okay. So the first mate of the Annabelle Lee is going to take aim at this creature.
Just lost the initiative turret.
Oh, did I close it out? There we go.
Yeah.
He's going to take aim at the elemental with his dagger, because that's the only ranged weapon he has.
Ooh.
And he's gonna hit.
Crit. Yeah.
It's a really big elemental and a really small
Good.
dagger.
Good
Ian's having a
throw.
good dice night.
He hit him in the giant penis.
In response,
Hit him right in the water penis. Yeah.
the elemental is going to board the Annabelle Lee. And it's going to go for the biggest concentration it can see. It's going to end up there and whelm the lot of you. So I need all three of you guys to make me a strength saving throw.
I don't want to.
Ooh.
Would this
Ouch.
be met? Would this be a attack that's eligible for magic resistance?
No, this is just
A physical.
a natural result of being in its space.
Okay. Of course not.
All three of you are going to be grappled and restrained, and you are currently unable to breathe unless any of you are also amphibious.
I did not take that invocation from Xanathars.
In hindsight,
I still am glad that I didn't.
All right, and you're all going to take 10 bludgeoning damage.
oof.
Ouch. This is fine. We're fine.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see.
All right, the captain is going to run up and attack the elemental with her short sword. She's going to do so twice. And both will connect for 14 piercing damage total. Zarmon, it is your turn.
Escape DC 14 or Misty Step.
That's also an option.
Verbal.
You are no longer restrained, and you're able to.
Verbal component.
Yeah, it's
No,
yeah, it's fine.
He can't
Yeah.
breathe. It's not that he
You can
can't
still
talk.
speak underwater.
Yeah,
Now, if I
Okay.
were choking out, that might be different. Because then I'd have no air left to push through my
yeah.
face. And then I will. Where's my sword? So many things. I will attack it twice with my sword.
Okay.
Bop, bop.
Let me double check the AC. Both attacks will hit.
At least a 14. Okay.
I don't think I have any floating bonuses. I know there's something. Wait, no, that's elemental weapon. I can't even cast that on this.
How'd you cast a spell and attack?
Bonus
Misty.
action.
Yeah, Misty Steps
Oh.
bonus action. Yeah.
Damn, son. That's some serious damage.
Yeah.
Are you swinging one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Okay.
Got my shield on my other one.
26 slashing damage. All right. Brother Battlebane.
Oh, let's see. We're gonna start off with a spiritual weapon. It's kind of almost a spectral hammer, kind of floats nearby and makes a swing at him. I'm guessing a 25 hits. Wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Probably. Just a little bit.
For 12.
Damn, you guys are hitting this thing hard.
And that's a bonus action, so I get to still go. And let's see. What is it to get out of here? A strength?
DC 14. And you succeed and are pushed out next to the elemental.
Okay. And that'll be it.
Okay. Daza, it is your turn.
Okay. I too have Misty Step
Solid response.
back there, and then respond with, let's see, Ray of Frost.
Say, not a fireball. Not a fireball. Not a fireball.
All right, that will connect. For 7 cold damage.
And reduce his speed by 10.
Yeah, it'll actually reduce its speed more than that. As you hit with the Ray of Frost, you see a portion of the elemental freeze up, and it's looking a little more sluggish. And it'll bring us to the top of the round. The first mate will run around the foremast to get at the elemental. And he is going to take 2 big old swings with a scimitar. That'll hit. That will not. For 6 slashing damage. The elemental will retort.
Your mother was a hamster.
It is going to make 2 slam attacks. One against the first mate, and then another against Zariman. So that first one will miss. But that second one will hit Zariman for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Zarmon is not happy.
I think I have a thing.
Okay.
This probably won't even be particularly effective, but I can cast Hellish Rebuke, I think, when I get hit with something, because Tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Point your finger at the creature that damaged you, surrounded by hellish flames. Okay, cool, yeah. Bam. Whoa. Bam.
Alrighty. Next save from the elemental. That will fail. So we'll eat that fire damage. That's going to bring us to the captain. She's going to make a couple attacks with her short sword. Both of which will hit. Zarmon.
I would like to curse our little friend here with my Hexblade's Curse. As a bonus action, I choose a creature I can see within 30 feet. The target is cursed for 1 minute. The curse ends early. If the target dies, I die, or I'm incapacitated. Until the curse ends, I gain the following benefits. I gain bonus to damage rolls against the cursed target equal to my proficiency bonus. Any attack rolls I make against the cursed target is a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20 on the die. And if the cursed target dies, I regain hit points equal to my warlock level plus my charisma modifier. And then I'm gonna whack this bad boy.
Okay.
Bop, bop.
2 solid hits again.
Alright, both of these have +3 damage on them. One-handed.
Okay.
My damage is on point.
Yeah, really. So 16, 17, 33. Yeah, and where everybody else's attacks, they're having an effect, but it doesn't seem to be responding as much. But with this blade that Zarmon is wielding, you are just cleaving into it like butter. And it is not at all happy with you.
Everybody else except for the Ray of Frost.
Oh yeah, that thing hurt it.
Yeah. Brother Battlebane.
I was gonna do that, but I can't because that's 10-minute casting time, and I'm not waiting that long.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could, but I won't. Let's see. I will step over here, just kind of shift over next to Christian, and
I will say there's not enough space there. That is a mast.
okay, I'm coming over to give him cure wounds. That's it, and going back. Can I do that?
Okay.
Or can I just reach past the mast and slap him for cure wounds?
I'll say you can reach past.
Okay.
I'll reach out my hand to meet you.
9, not great, but not terrible. It's 9 more than you had before.
Oh, were you gonna cast Prayer of Healing? Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh wait, that's 10 minutes. I can't do that. And then another spiritual weapon hit. 13?
That is going to miss, unfortunately.
So, okay.
14 AC.
Yeah.
Tazza, what do you have up your fiery sleeves?
David,
He's muted.
you're muted on Discord. There you go.
That's better. Okay. If the SRD on roll 20 had chromatic orb, I would have thrown that, but as it does, I didn't want to manually enter it, so I'm just going with another Ray of Frost.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling really good.
Yeah.
On everything except initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good when it counts.
Okay. Not moving.
Alrighty.
Keeping an eye out for other friends of Water Beastie.
Make me a perception check.
There we go.
You don't see anything else.
Okay. Even if it was there, I don't think I'd see it.
The first mate is going to continue his offensive against the elemental with scimitars, or his scimitar. Both will connect. Mm-hmm. The elemental has had just about enough of this shit. It is going to surge forward at Zarmon and whelm him once more. Actually, he can move and get Battlebane in there as well. And that is what he's going to do.
So
I'm going to need strength saving throws from the two of you.
I would like to not do that. Wait, no, that's a bonus action. All right, I'll do that then. No problem.
Unfortunately, you guys are both restrained and unable to breathe once more. And you will also be taking this many bludgeoning damage. 17. Damn.
Ouch.
All right, that actually bloodied me.
It's okay. I'm okay.
Say it enough times and you will believe it.
Exactly.
The captain is going to run up and take some shots with her short sword again. 1, 2. First will miss. The second will hit. For that many. Zarmon.
Alright, is there ongoing damage for being inside the elemental?
I think it's at the start of its turn.
At the start of its turn?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I've already cursed it, so I'm good on that front. In that case, I can make attacks within it, right?
You can, but you are restrained, so you will have disadvantage.
AC. It gives me like a 50-50 shot. I'll do it. Bop, bop.
The first one, you're not going to be able to bring your sword to bear, but the second one, you are going to cut into this thing.
And +3. So 10.
Okay.
And then I would like to use another spell slot and Misty Step out of this thing.
Alrighty.
Up here.
No save necessary. You are free to move, and you can breathe again. Mr. Battlebane.
All right. Well, we'll start off with spiritual weapon slash on this thing.
I'll connect.
That'll hit for 11. And how's it looking?
Well, what form does the spiritual weapon take?
I'd say it's like a hammer.
Okay.
Like a large two-handed hammer. Just.
All right.
But
how would you like to dispatch the elemental?
Oh, that's nice. I would say this hammer probably comes down just over the top of it, just almost like a knife through butter. It's just this hammer comes down to smash it, and just it keeps going, and eventually just lands into the deck, and just water and force energy, spiritual force energy everywhere.
All right.
Like hammering a water balloon.
Finding that loose nail.
And it's almost going to be a scene from a Gallagher show as water just erupts outward, and it's going to be like a miniature tidal wave going out in two directions. Yeah, you have dispatched this water elemental.
Hopefully one of those directions is overboard.
Well, in all directions, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Let's go downstairs or go below decks and help with the damage.
I want to save that. And we'll do a cure wounds on Christian and Domal. Christian, you get 6 back.
I'll take it.
Oh, no longer bloodied.
So you guys are going below decks?
Yep.
Yep.
If they're still yelling about taking on water, rush below deck and help wherever we can.
Yeah, so you guys are going to head down there, and you'll basically be following the captain to do it. She's really worried about the state of her ship right now. And you guys are going to see a massive hole in the side of the ship. And they said they're taking on water. Just that phrase doesn't do it justice. Are any of you nautical sorts? Like, is there anything in your background or the history you devised for your characters that, like, you were once a sailor or you spent any time around the sea?
I'm a devil man from the Devil Land. I don't think water was a very common sight.
I was a temple guy, so no.
And I was a courtier and as far away from water as possible as a half fire person.
It occurs to you that this vessel is in deep shit. You don't know if this is enough to sink it, but you would imagine that is a very real possibility. The captain certainly doesn't seem terribly happy.
What is the crew doing to try to stymie this oncoming of water?
So there is a party being led right now to kind of try and patch this hole up as best they can. Every ship has some manner of repair materials for just such an occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't going to get the job done. Not just what they brought for this trip. And the party is currently trying to repair this hole as best they can. Other crew members are bailing out water. But yeah, that's about the long and short of what's going on down below decks.
I don't think I would be too terribly helpful with patching the hole, so I'll help, like, get rid of some of the water.
Okay. Are Battlebane and Taza doing anything to assist?
Taza's low strength, so he's just going to bail water, that is.
Battlebane would go in and help with what he can, take direction, and help with the boarding repairs.
Okay.
Can we
So
make
with
it out
your
of
guys'
stone? Because he has mason tools. I can just like put a rock in front of it. Yeah, works.
So with your guys' help, the crew is going to be able to bail out most of the water that's flooded the ship. And they're going to create enough of a stopgap that it's still leaking. The ship is still taking on water, but at a rate much slower than it was before. So at the very least, landlubbers though you may be, you are fairly certain the ship is not going to sink anytime soon. Not with the crew staying on top of this.
Yeah, like with shift work, the ship won't sink yet.
Yeah.
Then I will kindly let them return to their work, while I am going to rest.
All right. So it's going to be
Sounds
about
like a
another.
plan.
It's going to be about another half hour, 45 minutes. About 3 times as long as it probably would have taken had you guys not been jumped by that elemental. But eventually, the the ship is going to limp up to Skyhorn Lighthouse. And there's going to be a small dock where you can see a little, not quite a rowboat, but it's about that size. It's going to be beached up next to it, and there is a winding path up a small hill going up the lighthouse.
I'm going to ask the captain if she's ever taken this journey before and come to this island.
Well, I've never been to the lighthouse itself. I've passed by it any number of times, but I've never had business with the keeper.
Well, in your passing by, have you ever noticed or even heard of someone that was supposed to be on the docks or nearby that would greet any people who decided to land here?
Well, imagine if he was curious, old Lucian might come out and greet visitors, but I don't know of anybody specifically told to play the welcoming party.
Well, I suppose we'll have to find them then.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you find some trace of the Jade Lion. I'd better stay here and see about making any more repairs.
Of course, we don't know how quickly we'll need to leave if something's on the island that we aren't quite ready for.
Well, we'll try to be here when you come back, whenever that might be.
Of course. If something happens and you need any help, maybe just set a large fire.
I'll keep that in mind. And she'll go about her business, and you guys are going to disembark, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are going to disembark from the ship. You're going to head up the winding path, and you're going to arrive at the door to the lighthouse. What would you guys like to do?
Knock on the door.
There is not going to be a response.
Is it locked?
It is not.
Dalmo will kind of start to unlock a little bit and just kind of push the door open. Not really go in, but he'll open it and kind of call out. Hello? What was that caretaker's name? We're looking for Lucian.
Okay. As you open up the door, you're going to hear this almost sibilant speech. And it's going to cut off as you start to call out. And you are going to see a number of figures pop up from 2 tables set up in here. And they are all going to turn on you and raise their spears.
Battlebane reaches in and just closes the door.
All right.
So,
Well, I don't think Lucian's there.
I'm going to need initiatives from everybody.
I can beat it. In fact, I'm so excited for this combat, I'll do it twice. No, 10 is not the number I imagined when I picked a sword that gave me advantage.
Yeah, I mean, are you that excited?
I, I mean, I thought I was, but I guess it was a little bit of a false start.
Lizard men.
Yeah, I mean, Battlebane, make me a perception check. This is for what you managed to see before you close the door.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So the figures that you saw are unfamiliar to you. You definitely haven't seen anything like this and never really heard of anything like this. But they resemble nothing more than walking eels.
I have a thing. Where did it go? Eye of the Grave. Beep. There we go. Are they undead? Basically.
They are not.
Okay.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a poor man's divine sense.
Hmm.
They're specifically undead, though. Oh, to sense the presence of the undead whose existence are they an insult to the natural cycle of life? They're walking eels. I would say so.
They are not.
They're not insults to the natural cycle of life.
They may be an insult to your personal aesthetic, but not to life itself.
Ah, okay. We
All
can make
right,
them
so
undead, and then I can sense them.
that's
Can we
true.
make them undead? I don't know if any of us have that power.
Uh,
You know what? I know a guy.
Battlebane might. I'd have to look through.
All right. One of these eel creatures is going to rush the door and try to open it. When you closed it, did you brace it?
Yeah, kind of like he's kind of like reached in with closing it, just like nope, and braced his shield up against it, and then kind of called back to the or told back, hollered back to the other two. I would get ready.
Okay. And I will treat this as a contested strength check. Go ahead and make me a strength check, and the eel man will do the same.
Nope.
So this thing is going to batter the door open and knock you back a few feet.
Turns out the door just opens in.
And it is going to make an attack with the long knife it is wielding. A 22 will connect.
Yeah, I guess. He stumbled.
For minimum slashing damage. Taza, an eel creature has sprung forth from the lighthouse. What is your response?
First thing I do is take myself off mute. Is the door still open?
It is.
Okay, I'm going to move alongside just a little bit to get the angle I need and throw Shatter right there.
Okay.
Is that a 10-foot radius? 20. I think it's 10.
Just a second, I'll tell you.
10-foot radius. Okay.
Range 60 foot.
10-foot radius sphere.
Each creature 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius on point, so 20 feet. Yep.
All right, so those two need to make a con save. And he fails. And he fails. Wait a minute. It's thunder damage. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's my actions.
Okay. There's one creature that is bigger than the rest. And it's this fella right here. And he is going to charge forth from behind the table and attack Battlebane with a spear. And he's got something special called lunge.
Hmm.
The
Lunch?
creature,
He has lunch. Okay.
Soon to be.
yeah, he will in a minute. If he moves at least 20 feet toward a target,
Oh, it's a
he gets
charge.
to
Okay.
deal extra 2d6 damage.
Oof. Okay.
And it's going to make 2 spear attacks against Battlebane. That'll miss.
And
That'll miss as well. So
Yay!
he does jack shit.
Lost his pluses.
It's wet feet. It's hard to get grip on stone.
Alright. This fella is going to run out here and attack Battlebane with a long knife. And that'll hit. Again, minimum damage.
Hey.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
And his compatriot will run out. And it's going to attempt to make a hole in Taza. Does an 11
Miss.
hit?
Nope, not with mage armor.
Did you cast Mage Armor?
That I should have declared that as my SOP for the day.
Yeah, since it wasn't declared, I'm going to say it's not in effect.
Okay.
So the long knife does 5 slashing damage plus the lunge. 2d6. Oops.
Oh, this guy has lunge too.
Yes, he does. There's another 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
So 11.
Yes. That must be a typo in the description. Yeah. All right,
Well,
Zarmon.
if will you allow me to do a shield?
Reaction. Yeah.
That's a reaction, yeah.
Okay, then I'll expend shield then.
Okay.
I just throw a shield at him.
Okay, Zarmon, it is your turn. Christian, are you muted?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah.
I'm gonna walk up and hit Fish Boy.
Okay.
Should I do a thing? Can I do a thing? Is this a bonus action? It is a bonus action. I'm gonna hex him first. And then I'm gonna hit him. Bop, bop.
That first one will hit, that second one will not.
So 10 plus 5 necrotic.
Alrighty.
Wasn't there a +3 in there somewhere? Or
That
was
is only if they are my cursed target.
Ah.
Curse does not bounce like Hex does when I kill someone, so I'm gonna save that one.
Battlebane, you are surrounded.
I am indeed. Okay. We will start up a spiritual weapon. An 18 against that guy.
Okay, that will connect.
For 7.
All right.
And he's going to kind of brace his shield a little bit, but you can see he kind of puts the hammer away and just reaches out to grab onto the big guy there. He's going to use a vampiric touch.
Yeah, that'll land.
Okay. And in the process, I get, I think, half of that back.
That sounds right.
You regain hit points equal to half the necrotic. Okay. Which actually works perfect. I think that was about my missing HP.
Too bad you didn't have advantage.
Right? And that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. The last eel buddy. Since he can't get at anybody, he's just going to run over here, turn around, and start shouting in this direction, in a language that you guys do not understand.
He's got friends. Great.
And at the top of the round, two more of dudes like him, and another big one is going to pour out of that room. Okay, and descending. This Ilfolk here is going to attack Battlebane. It's a 19 hit.
Just hits.
Okay. For 7 slashing damage, max damage, in fact.
And I think I save. Yay!
Oh, for concentration.
Yeah, because
Okay.
vampiric touch is concentration, so.
Oh, okay.
So I can continually just whack, whack, whack.
Taza, it's your turn.
Let's see. Don't want to blow another fireball if they're not all together. So he's going to disengage and fly up.
And off the map.
Well, not quite, but still can't see him, but
Yeah.
hardly. I can see where he is.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll bring us to one of them big boys there.
Come on, Squid Boy.
Actually, he did not like the way... Well, you guys have both done some hurting to him. So he's going to share the love. He's going to make a spear attack against Zaraman first, which will hit
Yep.
for 9 piercing damage. And then he's going to try and do the same to Battlebane, but he will fail.
Damn right.
And that's all he can do. One of the new eel boys is going to run down and attempt to find an opening that he can exploit next turn. One of the eel folk on Battlebane is going to make a long knife attack.
Nope.
And miss. And the other one, now on Battlebane. Well, how high up is Taza?
Like 20 feet.
Okay. The one that had attacked Taza is instead going to circle around behind Battlebane and attempt to box him in before making a long knife attack and failing. The newly arrived big boy is going to move to the middle of the room and start directing traffic.
Has a whistle and some white gloves.
Yeah, he's got these really sweet shades.
Yeah.
Zarmon, it is your turn.
I would... Yeah, I'm gonna cast Blur. And then... Oh wait, Blur's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit Big Fish Boy in front of me.
Both of those will hit.
Excellent. 12, 14 plus 2d6.
God dang.
What is it? Plus, not a slash.
That's
36 damage.
Damn, son. Yeah, you drop the big man.
Big man number 1.
As he goes down, however, you're going to see this area around its neck just start to crackle furiously before exploding. And there is going to be a burst of lightning that is going to catch Zaramon and Battlebane. I'm going to need you guys to make me dexterity saving throws.
I get to see this. I can use Shieldmaster. Dexterity save. Okay, so this is going to be +2.
+21.
20.
Fortunately, you guys both succeed. So you will only take 4 lightning damage.
I use my reaction and my shield and don't.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, Shieldmaster. If you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex save, or a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed the saving throw.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I use my reaction and take none.
I don't use my reaction and I take 4.
Respectable. Battlebane, you just no-sold that dude's death burst. What are you going to do now?
Let's see. This guy that slunk around behind me, we're going to spiritual weapon him. 13?
That is going to miss.
And then I will touch him in all the wrong places.
That will not miss.
For a 9.
Okay.
4 points healing.
That will bring us to one of the newly arrived eel boys. He's going to run up there And this last one in the initiative is going to run up, take the place of its boss, and it is going to lunge at Battlebane and promptly trip on the way there.
Yep.
On
Trips
its own
lands on
knife.
his own knife.
With extra damage.
Top of the round, the non-prone eelman directly in front of Battlebane is going to swing with his long knife and
That'll
miss. Taza.
Okay, Taza's gonna fly over a little bit so he can get the angle. And fireball right there.
Okay.
Those poor tables.
I'm sorry. Well, and it's also with sculpting.
Are you
Okay.
protecting the tables too? Those poor tables.
I think you should protect the
1, 2, 3,
tables.
4,
Yes.
5, 6.
Whether
I
your
could-
character thinks that is another matter.
I can shield up to, let's see, 3 plus the level of the 3 plus the level of the spell, so that would be 6. So I can do you 2 plus the 2 tables if I can.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then the big boss man in the back. All right, boss man succeeds.
Takes
The
12.
two directly. Actually, the prone dude would have disadvantage on that, so he does not succeed. Okay. Only this eel man and his boss back there succeed. So, 12 fire damage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eel folk are dead. As they're burnt up,
That's it for fireballs for me for the day.
as they're burnt up, the pouches around all 5 of their necks start to crackle and explode. I am going to need
So many deck saves.
5 dexterity saving throws from Battlebane and Zarmon, and I am going to need 3 from Taza.
Do any of those succeed?
The first 2 do.
I will reaction to one of them.
Okay, so I will roll 4d6.
Oh, and
Well, I'll roll 5d6 because it's still going to affect Zarmon, but
And actually, all of those would have +2 on them as well.
+2.
Yeah. So 15, 16, 13.
So
6,
you
13.
will successfully save against all but the crit fail then.
Okay.
Zarmon, you failed the same one that Battlebane failed. Taza, I still need 3 dexterity saving throws from you.
What's the range of this?
I caught you.
I'm sorry?
It's a pretty wide range. It caught you.
Well, I'm like 20 feet up and like 20 feet
I know.
back.
You cannot leave the map. Not and still be effective in combat.
Okay, the only reason I couldn't leave the map is I couldn't see myself.
Right. So it caught you. So I'll go ahead and roll damage. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll reduce the 9.
How many times do you need me to roll dex save?
I need 3 from you.
All 3 fail.
Okay. So you take...
For these electrical discharges that leap out to indefinite distances.
Yes. Tazza will take 21 lightning damage. Let's see. Battlebane and Zarmon.
The only reason I've got Taza there is so I could still see him.
Battlebane and Zarmon will take half damage on all but the 4th one, which is the 9. But correct me if I'm wrong. Battlebane can use his reaction to have that.
To have, well, they're all separate effects, so I'd imagine I can only reduce one of them.
Yes.
What it is, if I can reduce, or if I can reduce it to half damage, I instead reduce it to 0. So 16.
Okay.
Because there were 3 6s there.
Yeah, you took half damage on all but that 9.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Because it was the 9 that I failed against and not any of the other ones, I am knocked exactly to 0.
Oh, wow.
Are you? Okay.
Yes. After the 5th charge at half damage, 0.
Okay. So let me remove these guys from the board, now that I no longer need them to keep track of order. And that will bring us to the remaining big boy. So he's going to come over. Actually, he's going to back up some. And then he is going to charge, or rather lunge at, Battlebane. He's going to make 2 spear attacks.
Nope.
That'll miss. And that'll miss.
All right.
Zarmon, you said you were down?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a death saving throw then. You're stabilized. You are no longer unconscious. Congratulations.
Yeah, when I said I was down, I meant like
He's
for
wobbly.
a minute,
Yeah.
for like just a little bit. I didn't even hit the ground. I'm just like, oh. But I am on the ground though.
On one knee.
Yeah.
Battlebane.
Okay. We will vampiric grasp this last little shit that survived. Actually, no, I'm not. Let me use my shield to try to, let's see. I'm gonna spiritually weapon smack the little guy first. 16
That will hit.
for 6.
Okay.
And then I'm going to reach down and grab Christian, just kind of toss him back a few feet, or as far as I can.
All right. I don't know if Zarmon is in any condition to contest that, but...
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't.
Alrighty.
Where am I being moved to?
Basically behind Battlebane.
Cool.
There we go.
Alright, top of the round. The lone remaining peon is going to swing on Battlebane. And miss.
Oh.
And Taza.
Shatter.
Okay.
With sculpting.
Yeah, sculpting.
Alright, the peon fails. And the big boy fails. And for 9 thunder damage, the peon goes down. And with his death burst, I am going to need dex saves from all 3 of you.
All right. Can I position myself in front of Zara's downed body?
No. With the way the lightning forks, you're just not able to eat it.
Mostly just so that way, like, if I pass it, I can use the reduction on him instead. Is all I was looking for, but okay.
I'm just not gonna roll the save. I don't think it's gonna do less than 1 damage.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. So yeah, it's 6 lightning damage. Battle Bane and Taza will take 3. I suppose Battle Bane will take none.
Yeah, I'll take none.
All right, and Zarman is unconscious once more. We move on to the big boy. He's going to make 2 spear attacks against Battlebane. That'll hit, actually. For 3 piercing damage. And that will miss. He got so excited that he finally hit something.
Oh, and... Oh, no! Well, I don't have my vampire touch anymore. Alright.
Zarman, make me a death saving throw, please.
Gladly.
That, unfortunately, is a failure.
I was
What?
expecting a 1.
Yeah. The way this game's been going.
Yeah.
The swing of extremes. Battlebane.
Alright, Battlebane is... Let's see here. Let me see, where's it at? He is going to do... He's going to do Cure Wounds on Christian. And because Christian's at 0, he has a fun little ability called Circle of Mortality. You gain the ability, blah, 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 blah. Anytime I would roll 1 or more die to restore hit points on a creature at 0, you instead use the highest number of hit die. So you, basically, I heal Christian for max. For max on the die.
Yeah.
12.
Nice.
And then I spiritual weapon this guy. 12?
That will miss.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Taza.
Taza's going to move. Off there. Then he's going to do Scorching Ray. Does that hit?
With the way that rock's positioned, no. You just can't get a great line of sight on him.
From the from my altitude as well?
Yeah, he's in the doorway. You just don't have a great angle there. Like you can see parts of him, but he does have cover.
And I can't move off into the black. So he's going to hang there. Do nothing.
I mean, you have 2 more rays to fire at him.
And I can't hit it.
No, you can make an attack at him. I'm saying he has cover. So the the AC you have to beat will be a little bit higher.
Okay. So I miss.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. Big Fish Man is going to try and spear Battlebane twice more.
Nope.
Nope. And nope.
Nope.
Zarmon, you are prone, but you are conscious.
I would like to stand for half of my movement and move right about there. Actually, I'll hop up like on this rock. That's cool.
Okay.
Then I'm going to shoot my light crossbow at him.
That unfortunately will miss.
I will also hex him,
Okay.
and I will pass turn.
Battlebane.
All right, we're gonna Warhammer. 17.
That'll smack him.
All right. My bonus action, I'm also going to shove him further into the room because I have a feeling here.
Okay.
But
For a shove, I guess that's grapple rules.
Shield Master, if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use your bonus action to shove the guy 5 feet.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Shield Master is a
3,
crazy feat.
Yeah, it sounded
Yeah.
like it. 5 feet into the room. Boop.
And then follow him in.
Okay. Top of the round, Taza.
Let's see how far I can move here. Come up to the edge so I can have visibility into the room.
And are you coming down to ground level?
Well, not quite on the ground, but how high is the door?
It would be high enough to admit human height.
So
About 7 feet.
enough,
6, 7 feet.
enough where I can get an angle on the big dude.
Okay.
And burning hands with sculpting.
Okay.
And as soon as I set it off, I'm going to scoop back around the edge of the door.
I'm pretty sure that fails the DCU of 15, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. And the shove does not knock him prone, right? It just knocks him back?
Yeah, it just pushes him back.
Okay. So, yeah. Big Fish Boy does not appreciate being dwarf handled. So he is going to try and spear Battlebane twice. Nope. Hey! Yeah.
Bastard.
For 13 piercing damage.
Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah, a little bit.
That took me... wow, that actually took me down under 15. Okay. Not at single digits yet.
All right, Zarmon.
I will forget about my light crossbow and instead Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That will hit him.
Alright, so 3 force, 4 necrotic.
Okay. Respectable.
And I'll hop off that rock.
All right. Battlebane.
All right. Let's see. We're gonna use
How are you doing, by the way?
not great. I
Because
didn't put it on here.
we can't see your red
There.
bar.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm I'm about 11 hit points left, so. Let's see. We're gonna do a cure wounds at level 3 on myself. 19. So. Okay. Ooh, that was minus 19. Ooh. All right. No longer bloodied.
Reverse vampiric touch.
Yes. And then we will hammer this guy again. Spiritual weapon. 23.
Oh yeah.
For 11.
Okay.
Jeez,
He
you're still
is
standing?
wobbly, but he is standing.
Man. All right.
And Taza.
Okay, he's gonna duck around the corner enough to loose a firebolt, and immediately retreat behind the door, or behind the wall.
Okay. That'll land. And that will drop him. And I need, let's see. I need dexterity saves from all of you.
12.
Through the walls.
Yeah, it caught you as you were running back.
I kind of thought that might happen,
Yeah.
but I figured it was best to get behind the wall and hope.
Yeah, the walls aren't that
So
thick.
I saw this happen before, and noting the reaction of these electrical explosions, I deliberately did this with not enough time to react anyway.
Yeah, it's lightning, man.
Your previous description said that they fizzled and then exploded. That describes
dropping.
some sort of delay.
It's a reaction when they die. It happens as they drop. Okay. And yeah, Battlebane just managed to save, but yeah, all three of you save.
Oof. And shield master.
Oh,
All
good
right,
thing we
10 lightning
saved.
damage reduced to 5.
No.
And with the last one down, that takes you guys out of combat.
Whew.
I'm just gonna drink a potion.
Well, I'm down to 8 out of 40.
Let me see.
I'm down to 7.
Let me see here.
I have 2 first level spells left.
We'll do a mass healing word. Give
Sandy?
everybody 6. And let's see. Where's it at? I've got a quote for this guy.
Oh, did you actually get a prayer?
No, like I've got like a whole book of like holy quotations.
I respect that.
Yeah. It'd be one of those like so as this guy kind of or as he kind of gives this prayer for healing, as Battlebane kind of settles down. He'll kind of kneel down and pray a little bit. Lord, your discipline is good, for it leads to life and health. You restore our health and allow us to live.
And as you guys are gathering your breath, Battlebane, you'll hear this first since you're in the room. But from the stairs here, You're going to hear the sound of a metal door creaking open. And there's going to be a pause.
He's gonna grab his mace. Who's there?
Hello?
Yes.
Are you here to help?
Depends on your motivations.
I live here. What are yours?
We're looking for a small child. Are you Lucian?
I am Lucian, yes. I don't know anything about any children, but sounds like you took care of the eel folk down there.
They're no longer to be concerned with.
Unless there's some still hanging up behind that door.
All right, I'll be right down. And after
So
several
Taz is going to
seconds,
go and check the door into the other room. Are there any other beasties in there?
there are none. Let me go ahead and reveal the rest of this area for you guys.
And is that a door?
That is a door.
Are there eel boys behind there?
There are
Doesn't look
none.
like it.
Okay.
But there is, presumably, some sort of chest.
So as you guys are checking these rooms, you're going to hear footsteps coming down the stairs. And finally, there's going to be an older man that comes to the bottom of the stairs, and he's holding his staff, and he's looking around cautiously, just double checking that no more of the eel folk are around. And he's going to survey the carnage and just heave a big sigh.
Thought he was going to say heave up his stomach.
Well, at least that bunch is taken care of.
That,
Thank you for handling that.
that bunch? There's more than
How many
one?
more of these creatures?
Well, there's a whole clan of them that came to the lighthouse. And these were only here to try and find a way up where I was. The rest are down in the cavern below. But where are my manners? My name is Lucian Skyhorn. And yours?
Brother Dalmal Battlepane. And he'll kind of offer out his hand.
And Lucian will take it. Kind of look questioningly about it, the other two.
And Dalmal will kind of hand gesture to each of them. And I
Name's
got the names.
Taza Fudro, and he waves.
I will walk up to him and say, Zaraman, a pleasure. Stick out my hand.
And he'll shake it.
Did we get the name of that vessel that Raph was on?
Yes, the Jade Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We've been hired to find a ship. Specifically, a small stowaway on a child of a local merchant. How much do you know of the ships in this area?
Well, usually I have an idea of ships that are bound in and out of the harbor. Just, if only so I know when to keep a special vigilance out. I haven't heard anything about a missing boy, but then I'm not on top of the rumors and goings on of the city out here. I just keep myself occupied with maintaining my family's lighthouse.
Do you know of a vessel, a trade vessel known as the Jade Lion?
The name sounds familiar. I don't recall the last time it sailed through, but the vessel has gone missing. I do know there was one guided into the caverns below by one of the rogue elementals.
How long ago?
It's been a few days.
That match up with when the ship was Jade was last seen?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
You spoke of rogue elementals. What kind of elementals are we talking about?
Well, in addition to keeping this lighthouse, my family has been responsible for guarding its secrets as well. And one of them is a method of summoning elementals, water elementals. My
We
family's
encountered a water elemental on our way here, and we dispatched.
Let me guess.
probably the same one that guided that ship in.
I'm going to take a wild guess that your family has an altar of some kind in the caverns below.
Of sorts. There is a bowl that we would use to summon these elementals. And we would use them to aid vessels in distress and crew that had lost their way. But the eel folk have other aims in mind, I fear. As far as I know, they've only managed to summon the one, but they're no doubt trying to summon another. And the more they summon, the harder they'll be to drive from this place.
Do you know anything about these eel folk? They seem to have less than desirable deaths.
Yes. The lightning bursts.
That go through walls.
Not ideal. And he'll kind of almost like tap or rap on his armor. I'm able to withstand quite a bit. My friends, on the other hand.
Yes, I've been working on a way to try and diffuse that. I was planning on coming down myself once I'd had time to prepare, but unfortunately that part was no longer necessary. But I have devised some very simple means of at least resisting those bursts. And wait here, I'll fetch them. And he's going to go back. Go ahead.
Okay. While he's doing that, I want to examine the eel bodies and see if I can figure out what they are, if I can learn anything about them.
More about the eel folk specifically, or just what they're carrying, or?
I think the eel folk specifically.
Okay.
Them as a people.
Gotcha. Make me a nature check.
Turns out they really, really like Elvis.
So as you're looking these bodies over, you're seeing they're not terribly well equipped. There's no fine armor or weaponry. The weapons they have seem to be made out of coral and bone. They're wearing some kind of hide armor. The peons are also carrying shields of the same variety. The eel folk are, by and large, a little bigger than humans. The smallest one you're finding is about in the 6'6" range, and the bigger ones easily 7 feet. Was there anything else you were looking for? Or?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So Lucian is going to come back downstairs, and he's going to hand each of you this small rock, and he'll explain. These are fulgurites. I've managed to imbue them with a special property. Those lightning bursts will still hurt you, but the stone will take some of the blow. And mechanically speaking, what these will do will grant you resistance to lightning damage.
Awesome.
Quite. You said they're fulgurite?
Yes, fulgurite.
Use, okay.
Oh, in your investigation of the bodies, Zarmon would have come across a small amount of loot, about 24 gold pieces. There's a few little trinkets made of coral and shells if he's interested in snagging those, but that's about it as far as any potential loot goes.
Not really. I'll divvy the gold up 8 to everybody.
How much we get?
8.
123.
Well, now that I've given you these fulgurites, are there any more of you?
Yes, there is a ship down by the dock. The Annabelle Lee, captained by Sheila Coppertree. Go there. They can protect you.
Oh, I'm familiar with Captain Coppertree. But I will not need her protection now that you have secured this floor. I can manage well enough myself, but I was rather hoping that you brought city guardsmen. But
Unfortunately not.
the three of you managed to deal well enough with the eel folk here. Perhaps.
Barely.
About that, do you know anything further about these eel folk? Any weaknesses we might exploit?
I wish I did. I have not had much experience with them in the past. Until they attacked the lighthouse, they kept mostly to their own little coves, far away from here.
I fear we're going to have to enter these caves that you mentioned below. Would you mind if we rest here for the night? Yeah. Dealing with them certainly took a lot out of us. Some more than others.
Well, you are more than welcome to rest. I simply do not know how much time is left before they summon another elemental. They've been trying for the last few days, and they managed to summon one. I do not know if that process will become smoother for them now that they've figured it out. But if you feel you cannot continue right now, then yes, you can make yourselves comfortable here.
Dalmal's going to kind of look to the other two. What do you think?
I can dispense some healing if that is the issue.
I know both of you are a bit low on your offensive capabilities after the fights we've been through, but that elemental we fought earlier nearly took us all down by itself. I'd hate to face that plus a whole tribe of eelmen. after a short rest, I'll be back up to my fully functional self. Perhaps that'll be
Unfortunately,
enough.
it will take a long rest to restore my capabilities.
As with me, I worry that I may have called upon my god's powers too much. I would need time to pray. It would take most of the night. But my shield is solid, as is my mace. If time is a concern, we will be on our own. Zarmon?
Perhaps we could talk with the captain, see if she has any men to spare. I'd hate to put them in the way of danger, but they're strong. They've proved themselves on the seas. Perhaps they could lend us some assistance.
We can certainly ask. I know the damages they incurred did seem pretty extensive, though. Master Skyhorn, you said you could assist with healing, yes?
Yes, I do have some small amount of healing magic available to me. Who is in most need of it?
And he'll kind of point over to David. I'm horrible with names.
Okay,
to,
so
Taza, that's what it was. By
let's
far,
see.
Taza's taken the death throes of these creatures the hardest.
Very well. And Lucian will approach Taza and cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level. Boop.
12.
For 12, and he'll do it again. For it. Damn.
Yeah.
Another 6. So 18 total. Where does that put Taza?
Plus 18. $32 out of 40.
Okay.
But I still only got 2 first-level spells available.
Mm-hmm.
I could do a short rest and get 2 more spell levels, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm at 36 out of 47.
Okay.
He'd make sure that Taza and Zarmon are well off first, but then if Lucian offered him any towards the end, then he would accept a level or 2.
Okay.
If we're doing a short rest, then Taza will get a arcane recovery of a 2nd level spell.
Okay. Lucian will divvy out, thinking his last 2nd level spell slot for Zarmon.
I'll take it.
And then for 11. At least. Did that put Zarmon back up to full?
That put me up to 1 underfull.
Okay. He'll hand out another 1st level Cure Wounds to Taza and Battlebane each.
Alright. Taza 10, Battlebane 10.
10.
Hey.
Nice.
Up to max.
Max healing on both of those, man.
Yeah.
on all three of those last ones.
He's a little rusty after having been holed up at the top of
Yeah.
the lighthouse for the last few days, but good
You work
practice.
the kinks out.
That
Yeah.
puts me at 1 under full, so nice. Okay. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, imagine we probably rest up or take a short rest here or at the ship.
Probably here while he's healing us.
Yeah.
Where lies the entrance to the caverns?
Well, I have a hidden access in this room here. He's going to indicate this one. Over in the corner, toward the back. You'll have to move a couple of barrels aside, but there will be a ladder leading down to the caverns. Be aware the ladder does drop down into deep water. There will be a swim involved to get to the landing area. Beyond that, I'm afraid there's not much more aid I can give you.
Well, shall we head down and check the progress of the ship, or head straight to the cavern?
We should check on the ship. Make sure they're aware of what's going on. We don't want any of these eelmen to wander out of the caverns and harass them. At least not while they're unprepared.
Lucian, did these eelmen come out of the access here, or did they come from outside?
I do not know if they are aware of it. If the barrels have not been moved aside, probably not, but they've had a number of days to roam around at their leisure. I can't say for sure what they know about.
And is there another way into the caverns? This access, I'd imagine the sea mouth. Anything else?
Other than those two, there is not. This access would be the quickest way for you to get down to the summoning chamber.
You mentioned a pool at the bottom. Any idea how deep?
Well, it's quite deep. It feeds in directly from the ocean. You certainly will not be able to walk through it. It'll have to be a swim.
How much space above the water between the water and the ceiling?
How large of a cavern is it?
About 5-10 feet headroom. If you're concerned about anything dropping down, you'd probably be able to see it first.
Well,
I'm
my friend
prefer to
here
keep
is-
I prefer to keep my feet dry, and Taza kind of lifts himself up on his winged boots a few inches and comes back down.
My friend here was gifted with flight.
Oh.
Sometimes I think his head is always in the clouds.
Well, there may be pockets where you can come up out of the water entirely, but I wouldn't count on it, at least not till you get to dry land. Now, if I am correct in the ship you are seeking and it being here, near the sea mouth, it will open up quite a bit. Yes, but from the access, It is tight quarters down there.
Well, do we go in the front after the ship? Or down the hole after the altar?
Would we want to scout out is the entrance to at the sea level open, or is there something has to be open to get to it?
It is open. It's a bit of a trek from here. You have to go around to the other side of the island, but
Not a problem. I have a friend. And my familiar will pop his head up off the back over the shoulder of Taza and look around.
What do you say we let Captain Coppertree know of know what's going on? Perhaps her and our men can go through the front of the mouth, and we go through the back.
Perhaps.
With any luck, they can act as a distraction.
Draw people away from the altar.
Besides, if they do manage to get another elemental summoned, I don't think it would matter much if we can get the ship out or not.
Let's go talk to them. Your elemental will be scouting while we do that, or is that a thing that you need to, like, sit down to do?
My pseudo dragon's familiar, and as long as I'm within a mile, I can see through his eyes.
Very well.
okay. So you guys will head back out of the lighthouse toward the ship, and there's crewmen outside the ship now, kind of in these jury-rigged. Imagine like skyscrapers and the cleaning crews and the rigs they'll be on is something
Scalping.
very rudimentary, but similar. And they're doing their best to repair the ship. You can see off in the distance on the island, there's a party looking for more lumber with which to further patch up the hole. And Coppertree will see you guys coming. How are things up there?
Been better.
Not ideal.
We're probably not looking very as well as we were when we went up there.
We found the lighthouse keeper. Apparently he's been beset by eelmen of some kind. They've taken up residence in a nearby cavern. Seems they're working on learning to summon water elementals.
Well, like that big bastard that did this to us?
One and the same.
Shit.
We're in a bit of a situation. We were wondering if perhaps you and the others could go to the cavern, or go into the caverns. We might have a way in through the back, but it's going to be difficult. Narrow spaces. I don't know if we'd be able to get all of us through there.
You want us to sail the Animal Lee into the cavern where the eel folk are?
No. We wouldn't dream of you putting your ship in danger. Taza here seems to be kind of scouting out the cavern as we speak. with a small pet of his. If you could go in through the front, even on foot, preferably. They seem to have taken captive another ship. What do you think it might be? The Jade Lion. My plan, the three of us will go in through the back, get the altar, the water, find out how these creatures are doing this, stop them. Up front, you and yours can see to the ship, to the Jade Lion. By the time we get done with the altar, the elementals, with any luck, you'll be ready to set sail in the new ship.
Well, that would be a fantastic plan if we had soldiers with us, but my crew, they ain't soldiers. And they're a good bunch of lads and lasses that I would trust in a bar fight, but against fighters as savage as the eel folk, really only Hollis here has any soldiering experience. And she's going to indicate the first mate.
Hollis, I assure you, these creatures do not have any significant training. I would recommend you keep your distance should you fight them. They have a nasty habit of exploding when they die.
He's going to kind of cross his arms in regard to you guys. The captain can spare me from repair efforts. Yeah, I'd be willing to come along with you.
He's been wanting to level up.
This will seem silly, but can you swim?
Can I swim?
Just said to be sure. If we can't have... if the captain isn't willing to go into the front, that's fine. I won't force it. It seems the back entrance does have a considerable swim to deal with.
I'm more worried about you with those stubby little legs and that armor of yours.
My God will protect me.
Fair enough.
And he's gonna start like blowing up like inflatable water wings. No. See?
So Hollis will kind of discuss things with Captain Coppertree for a few moments, and then he'll disembark and he'll join you guys. Now, the plan of action is to go in through the axis in the lighthouse, correct?
What did Taza find on scouting with his pseudo-dragon?
Right. So, with the pseudo-dragon flying around the island, you would eventually be able to locate the seamouth. And the pseudo-dragon would be able to see inside of it and spot a vessel. Looks beat to shit. Looks deserted. But you do see a figurehead that resembles a lion rampant. And it would not be difficult to assume that this is, in fact, the Jade Lion.
Okay. Anything else? Any BCs wandering around on or around the ship?
Number of eelmen.
As far as your familiar can determine, it's a ghost ship.
Okay. It's just hanging out in there, not tied up to anything?
Anchors down.
Okay, so it's not pulled up to a wharf or a pier or
Nope.
solid point. Okay, that's what I relay to the party.
Perhaps they've taken the passengers deeper into the cavern.
Is there a deeper part of the cavern?
Yeah, it continues further in.
Okay,
He wants to check it out.
correct.
Okay, so the pseudo dragon would fly in, and as it goes further in, quarters do indeed become more cramped. In order for it to continue further, it has to fly pretty low to the water.
Okay.
And it's going to continue going in?
Sure. No reason not to.
Okay. It's going to see land. And as it's approaching land, have the pseudo dragon make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay, Dex 15. And he has advantage on perception checks, by the way.
Okay.
Let's see, just a roll 20. Since I don't have a character sheet for him. What's 15 Dex give for saving throw for
Plus 2. Okay. So it's flying toward the land that it sees when a shark snatches it and pulls it down into the water. And within moments, pseudo dragon is no more.
Now we know not to swim in the ocean.
Correct. Don't swim him from the front.
In the last few moments before it got grabbed, it saw the shark's maw and incredibly bloody. Right? A lot more than would be the usual. It didn't get that way just going about its business. Something else is going on in these caverns.
Yes, because the shark is attacking as an area of effect.
No, it made an attack against the pseudo dragon. Single target.
What did it roll?
It beat a 13. So you guys are going in through the hatchway, correct?
Yep.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a break.
Okay.
Let me do this. these back in. All right, and we're back.
All right, so you guys are about to return to the lighthouse with First Mate Hollis Oberlin to accompany you. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And everybody
And you
should be
get-
able to see life bars now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And when you come back, you're going to find that Lucian has uncovered the access way for you. So you can begin your descent without issue.
Well, I mean, no more issue than having nasty lightning exploding eelmen at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, climbing down into a dark, watery cavern.
Yeah, with bloody sharks. Yes.
Yeah. Another
Yeah.
day, another danger hole.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm still not sold that we shouldn't have taken a long rest, but I don't know.
Yeah, risk reward.
I don't see us on the map yet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still uncovering bits of it. Wait.
There we go.
All right, so you guys will be descending down a metal ladder, and it'll go down a little ways, and yeah, it's about a 5-foot drop into this bit of ocean that has flowed into the cavern here.
You know to redrop our tokens, Nick?
Those not work?
No, all the changes I put on were on the previous map.
Oh.
So if your tokens were already here, they didn't take the changes.
Okay.
That's just R3. Can I add it myself? Oh, I can. Hey, cool. Okay.
Copy.
So now you guys should be able to see my tokens, my stats. All you got to do, or Dave and Christian, you have to delete your token and drag your new token over. All the tokens.
Surprise.
Ta-da! Because you can add your own token to the table.
All right, so you guys are currently
Okay, we're ready.
multiplying like amoeba. This is some really funky water.
Ancient battle brain.
So yeah, you guys are floating in the ocean at the moment.
In the cave water.
Yes. You hear more ocean this way.
How much ceiling is there?
In the area that you are in, it's about 20, 25 feet. You're basically looking up at the lighthouse floor where you just came from, but heading forward down that way, it drops quite a bit. It drops where you can see about 5 feet, and from what Lucian told you, there's little pockets where it can go up as high as 10 feet.
Okay. Well, I'll hover above the water.
What's over to the right?
What is over to the right is
Who doesn't have infrared dark
give me-
vision?
so what you're going to be able to see over there is there's a little, I'm not sure what to call it. You do see land, but you also see a wall. And there's not really that much there. Like, it's just a dead end, basically. Words are failing me for a bit there.
Are there any connecting corridors in that direction?
You don't see any.
So I'll fly over there and look.
Good call.
Yeah, so you fly over, you do not see any connecting corridors.
So just a patch of sand and walls going up.
Pretty much.
Battlebane will swim over and kind of climb out of the water. Fucking water. How thick does this wall look? Is it? You said this is a stone wall, right?
Yeah, it's just basically just the cavern wall.
Oh, okay, like a cavern wall. I thought it meant like a
Yeah,
child stone.
No.
Okay.
Maybe like
Sol-
dig around in the sand or something?
Well, there goes the idea I had. I was gonna break through the wall, but if it's not a created wall, not as much. I suppose we're going south, since this is a dead end, right?
Have we checked for doors?
I don't know. Did you?
I'll land on the sand and check see if I could find any secret doors.
As will Zaramon.
Anybody checking for secret doors, make me an investigation check.
So you're assisting. So I have have advantage.
Yep.
16, you go over this wall and you're knocking, you're checking, you're making sure there's no hollow spots or anything like that. And you're encountering pretty solid cavern wall everywhere you check.
Anything in the sand?
In the sand?
Yeah, anything like buried at all?
No. No, you're not finding anything digging around in the sand.
Alright, fuck this corridor, let's swim.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or fly as applicable.
I just like to imagine every now and then Battlebane just splashes up at Taza.
I hate spelling Unreal Tool sometimes. And eventually you'll see a little wharf attached to the land.
Battlebane will make straight for the little wharf there.
Okay. You're getting close to the wharf. Everybody make me a perception check.
My sword of warning, by the way, lets me know when there's danger nearby, and myself and allies within 30 feet of me cannot be surprised.
Ho-ho.
Okay. Yeah, so assuming Zarmon gives that warning, you guys are going to see 3 big old sharks coming right at you.
Battlebane makes double pace for the wharf and gets the fuck out of the water.
Everybody roll me initiative and let's see if you do get out of the water in time.
12.
I'll take 22.
I think somebody might be able to.
I don't know. You sure you don't want to take the 3?
I don't even have a choice, it's just advantage. It just goes to whatever number's higher. You know, if I could, I would consider it, but...
He would, but the rules, you see.
Yeah, I'm a little stickler for those.
Alright, let's reveal these guys.
I assume that if we're swimming, we probably move it like half.
Yes.
Alright, now I'm regretting not taking that water-based invocation.
There they are.
Nice.
Those are big sharks.
Yeah, that's close to swimming. Sure.
Yeah, so with you guys giving the warning and Hollis being with you, he's going to see these sharks coming and he's going to shout out, "Hunter sharks!"
What about Hollis's initiative?
We shall see. Alright, that guy's not going anywhere anytime soon. He might. And he is not. And now, Hollis. I had his character sheet. Why did I close that?
Shift, double click on his token.
Okay. Let's put that in descending order. Zarman, I think you go first.
Am I like right up against the shark, like melee range?
No, you have a little bit of separation.
Okay, excellent. Would it take any like additional movement to get onto the wharf?
The wharf is not at sea level. It's up a little bit. It was built for like dinghies, like disembarking from a dinghy.
Uh huh.
Like 2 or 3
So it'd be about like 5 feet extra to get up onto the wharf.
I will just use my dash action then and go up on the sand. Right there.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. And just to clarify something, it's not like a beach where it gradually slopes into the water. Like this is not an overhang, but it's a pretty steep drop off from the ground into the water.
Yeah. Oh, is it also like a thing where I'd have to climb up?
No, you would be able to just crawl out of there, I guess, but no extra movement.
Okay, cool.
So Hollis, he's gonna stage a little bit of a delaying action here.
Uh-oh. Hollis gonna get eaten.
Try and take on the shark here.
Hollis is crazy.
That seems aggressive.
It seems suicidal.
He is within melee range of 2 of these sharks. So he's going to attack the one on his left. Second will miss, but the 20 and the crit most certainly will not. For 14 slashing damage. That's really not wonderful.
Which one did he hit?
The one on the left.
Okay.
Yep. That's all for Hollis. That'll bring us to the middle shark. And Taza is currently close enough to hit. So that is what he's going to go after. Taza is at full health, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he does not have advantage on this. Which is good.
That'll miss.
Oof.
And it'll bring us to Battlebane.
All right. He's gonna climb out of the water first off.
Okay.
Ugh. And let's see here. spell slot left. He's gonna do Toll the Dead on the one that got hit already.
Okay.
These guys can jump
Let's
out of the
see.
water.
I can split my movement.
All right, he fails that and takes. Is it all of that if it's missing HP, or is it?
He takes 5.
Okay. Ouch.
That's the sad part about rolling two different
Yeah.
sets of damage.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pull or walk back up onto the cliff shore, or whatever this is, and holler down to Hollis, "Get out of there!" I don't have anything good to holler off the top of my head.
Okay. Taza, it is your turn.
Okay, he's already out of the water, so he's going to fly over here. And
Are
then
you
he's
gonna
going to hit.
disengage?
Sorry?
Are you going to disengage?
How high is the ceiling in here?
It's not high enough that he would have
Okay.
melee separation.
So he's still like right above the surface of the water. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't disengage. I'm going to firebolt one of them. And I probably miss.
No, that would connect. Which one are you targeting?
The one that was closest to me.
Okay. So that would be the middle one here, we'll say. Does a 12 hit? I think it does,
Depends.
but I don't recall.
Depends on whether you would allow me to have my mage armor on or not.
Did you declare it?
I declared the intent before, but you disallowed it.
You know, there was at least a short rest since then. Let's see, how long does Mage Armor last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours? Okay,
Yeah.
I would still be up then.
Okay?
Okay, so that would miss. But go ahead and roll damage on the firebolt. Okay. Alrighty. That'll bring us to the shark. Let me double check something real quick. Okay. So the shark on the top left is going to go after Hollis. That will connect for 15 damage. And the shark down at the bottom, it is going to prowl around and go after Hollis as well. That will also hit
Oh, Jesus.
for another 12. Top of the round, Zarmon.
Phew. He is in a bit of a spot.
Yes.
Not a ton that I can really do for him. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the top shark.
Okay. That will most certainly hit.
7.
Okay.
And then I'll yell, like, get out of the water.
Alrighty. We come to Hollis' turn. And after taking those 2 big old bites, that is precisely what he is going to attempt to do. So he is going to disengage. And let's see. Yeah. So Yeah, he's going to be able to get up on the wharf and make it to shore. I think that's going to take you guys out of combat. So you guys are going to see these sharks prowling.
I'm going to continue taking pot shots at him with firebolts.
And Toll the Dead, yeah.
And Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Everybody make me one of those.
Ah.
The shark fails, so yeah. So yeah, you guys fire on these guys with abandon, and eventually they will swim off down south.
How many shots do we have to make them sumo off?
That combined offensive will, combined with the absence of any targets, yeah, they're gonna beat feet or fins, if you will.
So their exit is underwater?
No, there's more water down that way. There's more. You could theoretically swim down that way.
Okay, so we just can't see it because there's a drape of darkness across it.
Yeah, I just haven't uncovered it yet. Okay, let me reveal this area for you guys. So now that you guys are up on shore, you're going to be able to see down into the water. There is a lot more blood here than would be explained by just what Hollis and the sharks shed.
Is there enough for a pseudo-dragon to explain?
No.
Okay.
No, it's pretty bloody. Make me an insight check. Anybody that would be curious about the nature of this water.
Boop.
Taza and Battlebane would come to the conclusion that these sharks were lured here.
Lured.
With something. Whether it was live bait or just offerings of some kind of meat. It seems like the eel folk attracted these sharks here to kind of be a watchdog of sorts.
It's an effective watchdog.
Right.
Taza is going to land on the sand.
And when the sounds of battle kind of fade and you don't really hear the sharks anymore, you kind of calm down a little bit, you will be able to hear the sound of a ship rocking in the waves, coming from the same direction that the sharks fled in. And it's a pretty safe bet that that's where the seamoth
i.e.
is.
that direction?
Yes.
Can we see over there?
You can see some of it before it rounds a bend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just reveal a little more of that so it's more obvious that there's a passage that way.
Okay. And this looks like a door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I, for one, am not up for any further swimming.
If we can avoid it, I would like to.
And he'll go up to the door. Is it locked?
It is not locked, but I'm gonna say if this is
He
the course of
is.
action you guys are gonna pursue, then we're gonna wrap up here.
Okay. I say he is not pushing it open, not like
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, this is the final push.
Okay.
So I would like to be able to have Sarah and Sheiks around
Yeah.
for this.
Give them a chance to be able to get in here. Yeah.
They're just gonna like hop out of some sharks.
Yeah, we'll find them inside. Yeah. That's the nice part about like little, short little like one-shot, two-shot games. Is it's a lot easier to get characters in and out
Yeah.
to a point. But oh, okay. Let me do this. Give me a second here. All right, folks. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. We had a little bit of a hiccup partway through. Yeah. We're gonna resume. I believe next week Nick is going to do essentially the conclusion. So we'll either get through or we'll all die. So I don't know. But, all right. See y'all later. Bye.